We've all been there. Someone says something mean. It could be a passing comment or a deliberate jab. Either way, it catches you off guard. It stings. Maybe it's about your new haircut. You thought it looked great, but someone just had to point out how it doesn't suit you, or your taste in music. You love that band, but someone dismisses it as trash. It feels like a personal attack on your choices. Whatever it is, it hurts. These words can linger in your mind, replaying over and over, making you question yourself. It's natural to feel a surge of anger. Your body tenses up, your heart races, and you feel the urge to defend yourself. You want to lash out. You want to shout back to make them feel the same pain they caused you. You want to say something cutting back, a sharp retort that will put them in their place. But hold on a second. Before you react, take a moment to breathe. Count to 10 if you need to. This pause can make all the difference. There's a better way to handle these situations. Instead of reacting with anger, try to understand where the other person is coming from, a way that keeps you cool and leaves you feeling good. When you respond calmly, you maintain control over the situation and yourself. It all starts with understanding the power of framing. By reframing the situation, you can change your perspective and your response. Think about why the person might have said what they did. Are they having a bad day? Are they projecting their own insecurities onto you? By considering these factors, you can approach the situation with empathy rather than anger. This doesn't mean you have to accept their behavior, but it helps you respond in a way that de-escalates the conflict. Practice techniques that help you stay calm. Deep breathing, mindfulness, and even taking a short walk can help you regain your composure. When you do respond, do so with clarity and calmness. Express how their words made you feel without resorting to insults or anger. This approach not only helps you feel better, but can also lead to a more constructive conversation. It opens the door to understanding and resolution. Over time, you'll find that handling insults with grace becomes easier. You'll feel more confident in your ability to manage difficult situations. Remember, the power to control your reactions lies within you. By choosing to respond with calmness and empathy, you take control of the situation and your emotions. So next time someone says something hurtful, take a deep breath, pause, and choose to respond in a way that reflects your strength and composure. You'll find that not only do you feel better, but you also set a positive example for others. Insults may sting, but they don't have to define your response. Embrace the power of calm and watch how it transforms your interactions and your life. Framing is how we see things. It's the way we interpret the world around us, the lens through which we view our experiences and interactions. Imagine looking through a camera. The way you adjust the focus and frame the shot can completely change the picture you capture. This is true in life as well. The way we frame our experiences can alter our perception and, ultimately, our reality. It's like a lens we use to interpret the world. Just as a photographer chooses what to include in a shot, we choose what to focus on in our lives. This lens can be influenced by our past experiences, our beliefs, and even our mood at the moment. When we look through this lens, we can either see opportunities or obstacles, beauty or flaws, hope or despair. The choice is ours. When someone insults us, they're trying to control the frame. They want to impose their negative perspective on us, to make us see ourselves through their critical lens. This can be incredibly disheartening and can shake our confidence if we let it. But it's important to remember that their frame is not the only frame. We have the power to reject it. They want us to see ourselves through their negative lens. They aim to diminish our self-worth and make us question our value. This is a tactic often used to gain control or assert dominance. However, understanding this can help us detach from their perspective and maintain our own sense of self. But here's the thing. We don't have to accept their frame. We have the autonomy to choose how we perceive ourselves and our situations. We can decide not to internalize their negativity. Instead, we can frame our experiences in a way that empowers us and aligns with our values and beliefs. We can choose our own. This means taking control of our narrative and deciding how we want to respond to the world around us. It's about being proactive rather than reactive. By choosing our frame, we can maintain our inner peace and confidence, regardless of external circumstances. We can decide how we want to react. This is a powerful realization. It means that we are not at the mercy of others' opinions or actions. We can take a moment to breathe, reflect, and choose a response that aligns with our true selves. This might mean walking away from a heated argument, responding with kindness, or simply not engaging at all. Think of it like this. Someone throws you a ball. This ball represents an insult, a criticism, or any negative comment directed at you. In that moment you have a choice. You can catch the ball and let it affect you, or you can let it go. You don't have to catch it. Just because someone throws negativity your way doesn't mean you have to accept it. You can let it fall to the ground untouched and unacknowledged. This is a metaphor for not letting others' negativity penetrate your sense of self. You can let it sail right past you. By doing so, you maintain your emotional equilibrium and protect your mental well-being. This doesn't mean ignoring constructive criticism, but rather discerning what is worth your attention and what is not. The same goes for insults. Not every comment deserves a response. By choosing not to engage with negativity, you preserve your energy for more meaningful and positive interactions. This is a form of self-care and self-respect. You can choose to let them bounce off you. Imagine insults as raindrops on a raincoat. They slide right off without soaking in. By adopting this mindset, you can navigate through life with greater resilience and positivity. Remember, it's all about perspective. The way you frame your experiences can transform your reality. So, how do we do that? How do we navigate the tricky waters of social interactions, especially when faced with insults or negative comments? It's a challenge we've all encountered at some point in our lives. Whether it's a snide remark from a colleague, a hurtful comment from a friend, or even a random insult from a stranger, knowing how to respond can make all the difference. How do we master the art of the comeback? It's not just about having a quick wit or a sharp tongue. It's about understanding the dynamics of the situation, the psychology of the insulter, and most importantly, maintaining our own composure and dignity. Let's delve deeper into this fascinating topic. Let's explore 3 common responses to insults. 1. Getting angry. This is the most instinctive reaction. When someone hurls an insult our way, our immediate response is often to get defensive and lash out. It's a natural human reaction, driven by our fight-or-flight response. This is the most instinctive reaction. Our blood starts to boil, our heart rate increases, and we feel a surge of adrenaline. We might clench our fists, raise our voice, or even shout back. It's a primal response rooted in our evolutionary history. But while it might feel satisfying in the moment, it rarely leads to a positive outcome, but it rarely ends well. Anger fuels the fire. When we respond with anger, we often escalate the situation, turning a minor insult into a full-blown argument. The insulter gets exactly what they want, a reaction. They see that they've gotten under our skin, and this can encourage them to continue their negative behavior. It gives the insulter exactly what they want, a reaction. 2. Staying silent. Sometimes, silence is golden. By choosing not to respond, we deny the insulter the satisfaction of seeing us upset. This can be a powerful way to diffuse the situation. Ignoring an insult can be powerful. It shows that we are in control of our emotions and that we refuse to be dragged down to the insulter's level. Silence can be a form of strength, a way of rising above the negativity. It shows the insulter that their words have no impact on you. 3. Agree and amplify. This is my personal favorite. It's a technique that involves taking the insult and turning it on its head, using humor and exaggeration to diffuse the situation. This is my personal favorite. By agreeing with the insult and then amplifying it to a ridiculous degree, we take the wind out of the insulter's sails. They expect us to be hurt or offended, but instead, we turn the situation into a joke. It's all about taking the wind out of their sails by agreeing with the insult and then exaggerating it to a ridiculous degree. For example, if someone calls you clumsy, you might respond with, "Oh, absolutely, I'm so clumsy, I once tripped over a wireless internet connection." This unexpected response can catch the insulter off guard and often leads to laughter, diffusing the tension and turning a potentially negative interaction into a positive one. In conclusion, while there are many ways to respond to insults, these 3 approaches, getting angry, staying silent, and agree and amplify, each have their own merits and drawbacks. The key is to choose the response that best fits the situation and aligns with our own values and personality. By doing so, we can navigate social interactions with grace and confidence, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and connection. Let's say someone makes fun of your taste in music. They sneer and say, "You listen to that? Seriously?" Instead of getting defensive, you could say, "Oh, you have no idea, I'm such a huge fan, I have their faces tattooed on my back." By agreeing and amplifying, you're taking the insult to its absurd extreme, you're turning it into a joke, and laughter is the best way to disarm an insult. Section 5. The power of self-love and awareness. But the most important tool in your arsenal isn't a witty comeback, it's self-love. When you truly love and accept yourself, insults lose their power. Self-awareness is also key. Why do certain insults bother you more than others? What insecurities are they triggering? Understanding yourself better helps you build resilience. Section 6. Reflect, reframe, and respond. The next time someone throws an insult your way, take a deep breath. Don't react immediately. Reflect on the situation. Reframe it in your mind. Remember, you have the power to choose your response. You can choose to let it go. You can choose to laugh it off. The choice is yours. Section 7. You've got this. Dealing with insults can be tricky, but with practice, you can become a master of the comeback. You can learn to navigate these situations with grace, humor, and confidence. And remember, the best way to disarm an insult is to not let it get to you in the first place. Believe in yourself, love yourself, and never let anyone dull your shine. Section 8. Share your story. What are your go-to strategies for dealing with insults? Share your experiences and advice in the comments below. Let's create a community of support and learn from each other.